Over 65? 4 dangerous fruits you should never eat, and 4 you must eat. Have you ever taken a bite of fruit, thinking it was healing your body, when in truth, it may have quietly been making things worse? At 65 and beyond, your body doesn't react the way it used to. Foods you once enjoyed without a second thought may now make your heart race, your joints swell, or your medications behave unpredictably. But no one told you that even something as innocent as fruit, nature's candy, can become either a quiet healer or a silent threat. Some fruits contain hidden sugars that spike your blood sugar, others interact dangerously with prescription medications, and a few, though once nourishing, can burden aging kidneys, trigger inflammation, or steal your energy. But here's the good news: nature also provides powerful allies. When chosen wisely, certain fruits can boost memory, strengthen bones, calm the gut, and protect your heart without a single side effect. In this video, we'll explore 4 fruits you should avoid after 65, and 4 fruits you should absolutely welcome into your daily diet. This isn't about restriction, it's about wisdom, balance, and honoring the body that's carried you this far. So if you're ready to take control of your health, one bite at a time, stay with me. And if you find this helpful, hit subscribe and join a community that still believes in healing, naturally. Part 1. Grapefruit. When healthy hurts. Imagine this. You wake up, eat a half grapefruit, then take your morning pills, just like you've done for years. You feel proud. After all, grapefruit is healthy, right? Except, what if I told you that grapefruit, when combined with many common medications, can turn into a silent danger, especially for those over 65? Grapefruit contains a compound called furanocoumarin, which blocks a liver enzyme named CYP3A4. Why does that matter? Because this enzyme helps your body break down over 85 types of medications, many of which are prescribed to older adults. When this enzyme is blocked, your medications don't break down properly. They build up in your bloodstream, and that can quickly become dangerous. According to the FDA, just 1 glass of grapefruit juice can triple the strength of certain medications in your system. Imagine taking your normal dose and having your body absorb 3 times more than intended. This can lead to irregular heart rhythms, excessive bleeding if you're on blood thinners, liver toxicity from cholesterol drugs like statins, dangerous sedation from anxiety or sleep medications. And here's the worst part: there's no warning label on the fruit itself. Most seniors don't even know the risk. They're doing what they were told was healthy, eating fruit with breakfast, while unknowingly increasing their chance of an emergency room visit. One study in the Canadian Medical Association Journal even linked grapefruit interactions to serious drug complications in over 100 commonly used prescriptions, especially in people over 60. If you've ever felt dizzy, overly tired, or off after taking your medications with grapefruit, this might be why. Now, does that mean grapefruit is bad for everyone? No, it's still full of vitamin C and antioxidants. But after 65, when you're on medications for your heart, blood pressure, anxiety, or cholesterol, grapefruit can be a gamble you don't want to take. Here's what to do instead. Swap grapefruit for safer citrus choices like oranges, kiwi, or clementines. They still give you the tangy flavor, the vitamin C, the hydration, but without blocking the enzymes that protect your body. This isn't about fear. It's about awareness, about knowing what your body needs now, and not just what worked when you were 45, because aging isn't about giving things up, it's about getting wiser with what you choose to keep. Part 2. Dried fruits, the deceptive snack. They look harmless: raisins, dates, dried apricots. You'll find them in trail mix, in granola, even in doctor's office waiting rooms. They're marketed as natural, clean, and healthy. But for seniors over 65, dried fruits may be one of the most misleading health foods of all. Here's why. When fruit is dried, its water content is removed, but the sugar stays. Not just stays, it concentrates. A small handful of raisins contains as much sugar as a whole bunch of grapes. A few dried dates? That's like eating spoonfuls of syrup without the fiber that slows digestion. Add in the fact that most commercially sold dried fruits are also coated with added sugar or preservatives like sulfur dioxide, and you've got a metabolic landmine. Why does this matter? Because according to the CDC, 1 in 3 Americans over 65 has prediabetes, and many don't even know it. Spiking your blood sugar unknowingly day after day can slowly push you into type 2 diabetes, even if the rest of your diet is clean. But it's not just the sugar. Dried fruits can also worsen joint inflammation, especially for people with arthritis, cause bloating or gut discomfort due to their concentrated fiber and preservatives, disrupt sleep and energy due to sugar crashes, increase the risk of tooth decay, which becomes more serious with age. Now, you might be thinking, but it's still fruit. Isn't that better than candy? Not always. Candy is obvious. Dried fruits wear a disguise. One 1.5-ounce box of raisins has over 25 grams of sugar, more than a glazed donut. But because it's fruit, people think it's harmless. That's the deception. And here's the emotional toll. You try to make good choices. You avoid processed snacks. You reach for what's labeled healthy. But the body doesn't care about labels. It responds to chemistry. That handful of dried apricots before bedtime? It could be what's causing your joint to flare up in the morning. That trail mix on your walk? It could be spiking your blood sugar, draining your energy by noon. What's the better option? Fresh fruits with fiber and water content intact? Try blueberries, sliced apples, or even refrigerated grapes. They hydrate, support digestion, and provide natural sweetness without overwhelming your system. If you're craving the convenience of dried fruit, look for unsweetened, organic, sulfur-free options and eat them in small, mindful amounts. Remember, the goal isn't to fear food, it's to understand how your body now responds to it. After 65, even the healthy choices require a second look. Because healing starts not with what you eliminate, but what you choose more wisely. Part 3. Bananas. Too much of a good thing. Bananas are comfort food. They're soft, sweet, easy to digest, and often recommended for muscle cramps, digestion, and even depression. They seem perfect for seniors. But here's the hidden truth. Bananas are rich in potassium, and while potassium is essential for heart and muscle function, too much can be dangerous, especially for aging kidneys. After 65, many people experience a natural decline in kidney efficiency. That means your body may not eliminate excess potassium as well as it once did. If potassium builds up in the blood, it can lead to a condition called hyperkalemia, which can cause irregular or slowed heart rhythms, muscle weakness or numbness, confusion or sudden fatigue. In severe cases, cardiac arrest. According to the National Kidney Foundation, nearly 1 in 2 adults over 65 has reduced kidney function, often without realizing it. And for those taking medications like ACE inhibitors, ARBs, potassium-sparing diuretics, or beta blockers, the risk of potassium overload is even higher. Now here's the kicker. 1 medium banana contains around 425 milliliters of potassium. That seems small until you eat one every day, or pair it with other high-potassium foods like spinach, avocados, or oranges. That daily smoothie you've been drinking to stay healthy? It may be quietly tipping your body toward danger, and symptoms often show up late, when potassium is already too high. You may feel a flutter in your chest, or your legs feel weaker. You shrug it off as just aging, but your body may be sounding an alarm. So does this mean seniors should never eat bananas? Not necessarily. If your kidney function is strong and you're not on medications that affect potassium, bananas can still be part of a balanced diet. But for many older adults, especially those with heart conditions, diabetes, or chronic kidney disease, caution is key. It's not the banana itself that's the enemy. It's the assumption that more is always better. Here's what to do instead. If you enjoy bananas, limit them to 2 to 3 per week and avoid pairing with other high-potassium foods on the same day. Consider potassium-light fruits like berries, apples, or pears. Most importantly, talk to your doctor about potassium if you're taking heart or blood pressure medications. The beauty of aging is wisdom, and wisdom says, sometimes less is more. Bananas aren't bad, but at this stage of life, even healthy things must be approached with care. Because health isn't just about what feels good, it's about what truly works for your body now. Part 4. Cherries. The sweet trigger. Cherries. They bring back memories, summer picnics, warm pies, the satisfying pop of pulling off the stem. They're beautiful, delicious, and often labeled as a superfood. But for seniors over 65, especially those dealing with arthritis, diabetes, or inflammation, cherries may carry more risk than reward. Why? Because cherries, especially sweet varieties, are high in natural sugars. Just 1 cup of fresh cherries can have 18 to 20 grams of sugar. That might not seem like much, but if your metabolism has slowed or your insulin sensitivity has weakened, that sweetness hits hard. According to the American Diabetes Association, over 26% of adults 65 and older have type 2 diabetes, and nearly 50% have prediabetes. For these individuals, even small sugar spikes can increase fatigue, impair focus, damage blood vessels, accelerate neuropathy or eye complications. But it doesn't stop at sugar. Cherries are also acidic, which can worsen joint pain, especially in those with osteoarthritis or gout. While cherries do contain antioxidants like anthocyanins, the acid content, especially when eaten in excess or in dried syrup form, can actually trigger inflammation instead of easing it. And then there's the hidden danger in processed cherry products. Dried cherries are often coated in added sugar. Cherry juices strip out fiber and intensify sugar concentration. Canned cherries may contain preservatives that aggravate digestion. You think you're doing something good, adding cherries to oatmeal, grabbing a handful before bed, but the next morning, your knees swell or your blood sugar crashes, leaving you foggy and weak. It's a quiet betrayal. Does that mean all cherries are off limits? No. In small, fresh, unprocessed amounts, they can be part of a balanced diet, especially tart cherries, which have been studied for sleep support and muscle recovery. But here's the key: portion and preparation matter. If you're managing inflammation, diabetes, or taking medications that impact blood sugar, you need to look beyond the fruit's color and flavor and ask how your body handles it now. What to do instead? Choose tart cherries over sweet. Avoid juices, dried fruits, or syrups. Limit to 1–2 cups per serving. Pair with protein or fiber, like Greek yogurt, to slow sugar absorption. Food is information. It tells your body what to do, and as your body changes, so must the information you give it. Cherries may be sweet, but wisdom is sweeter. So we know the 4 dangerous fruits that should not be eaten. What about the fruits that should be eaten? Let's find out with me the first fruit that will heal your body. Part 5. Blueberries, the memory guardian. Blueberries are quiet, humble, not the flashiest fruit in the bowl. But for those of us over 65, they may be the most powerful ally your brain has ever known. Blueberries are rich in anthocyanins, the deep blue pigments that give them their color. But those pigments do more than please the eye. They cross the blood-brain barrier to reduce inflammation, improve cell communication, and protect your memory. In a landmark study from Harvard's Brigham and Women's Hospital, seniors who ate just 2 servings of blueberries per week experienced slower rates of cognitive decline, equivalent to being 2.5 years mentally younger than their peers. That's not hype, that's science. Blueberries also help regulate blood sugar, reduce blood pressure, and improve artery function, making them ideal for those managing diabetes, heart disease, or early memory loss. And unlike other fruits, they're low in sugar, gentle on digestion, and anti-inflammatory. But what truly makes blueberries special is their impact on brain health. They support short-term memory and decision-making. They reduce oxidative stress, a major factor in brain aging. They may lower the risk of Alzheimer's and dementia when consumed regularly. And they're not hard to include in your life. Toss them into oatmeal, mix into yogurt, or eat by the handful as a sweet, brain-loving snack. Now here's something emotional I want you to remember. We all fear losing our memories. The names, the stories, the connections that make us who we are. Blueberries are not magic, but they are a gift from nature that may help us hold on, just a little longer, to what matters most. And maybe that's the best kind of medicine there is. What to do? Eat 1 ton or 2 cup of fresh or frozen blueberries 3 to 5 times per week. Avoid dried blueberries, which often contain added sugar. Combine with walnuts or oats for added brain support. It's never too late to support your mind. You don't need a prescription, just a bowl and a habit. Because every memory is worth keeping, and every bite is a chance to protect it. Part 6. Apples, heart's best friend. You've heard the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. It sounds simple, maybe even outdated. But for those over 65, it holds more truth than ever. Apples are one of the most heart-protective fruits you can eat. Why? Because apples are rich in soluble fiber, especially pectin, a compound that binds to cholesterol in your digestive tract and carries it out of the body before it can enter your bloodstream. According to the American Heart Association, consuming high pectin fruits like apples can reduce LDL, bad cholesterol, by up to 10%, a powerful way to lower your risk of heart attack or stroke. But that's not all. Apples are also low in sugar, making them safe for diabetics. High in water and fiber, supporting digestion and regularity. Rich in antioxidants like quercetin, which help fight inflammation and may protect against certain cancers and neurodegenerative diseases. For older adults, these benefits matter. Many seniors struggle with constipation, bloating, or poor circulation, and apples gently support all three. They don't overwhelm your system. They calm it. They regulate it. And perhaps, even more important than their nutrition is their familiarity. Apples are emotionally grounding. They remind us of school lunches, autumn walks, homemade pies cooling on windowsills. A crisp bite into a sweet apple isn't just food, it's a connection to memory, to rhythm, to something deeply comforting. And comfort, in aging, is its own kind of medicine, but not all apples are created equal. Here's how to get the most out of them. Eat them with the skin on, where most of the fiber and antioxidants are concentrated. Choose organic when possible to avoid pesticide residue. Opt for whole apples instead of apple juice or applesauce, which strip away the fiber and spike blood sugar. 1 medium apple contains about 95 calories, 4 grams of fiber, and no fat, making it a perfect heart-smart snack. Want an easy way to support your heart every day? Slice up an apple with breakfast. Bring one on your afternoon walk. Pair it with almond butter or a few walnuts for added brain and heart support. Because sometimes, the best medicine is the one you've known all along. You just didn't realize how much it still matters. Part 7. Avocados, strong bones, bright minds. Avocados are unlike any other fruit. They're not sweet. They don't come in a vibrant color. And yet, for seniors over 65, they might be one of the most powerful healing foods you can eat. Why? Because avocados are packed with monounsaturated fats, the kind that doesn't clog your arteries but protects your heart, nourishes your brain, and reduces inflammation. Let's break it down. As we age, inflammation becomes a silent thief. It steals joint flexibility. It clouds memory. It wears down our immunity. But the healthy fats in avocados help calm that fire. Studies have shown that regular avocado consumption can lower LDL, bad cholesterol, improve HDL, good cholesterol, reduce markers of inflammation in the blood, support smoother joint movement. And that's just the beginning. Avocados are also rich in vitamin K, which plays a vital role in bone health and fracture prevention. According to research from Tufts University, seniors with higher vitamin K intake had 35% fewer hip fractures than those with lower levels. They also provide folate, which supports circulation and reduces stroke risk. Lutein, a powerful antioxidant for eye health, magnesium for nerve and muscle function. Potassium, in a balanced form that supports heart rhythm, and unlike bananas or dried fruit, the fats in avocados slow down digestion, helping regulate blood sugar and energy throughout the day. But here's what makes them truly special. They're satisfying. So many seniors are told what not to eat. No salt, no fat, no joy. Avocados say, you can eat well and still eat wisely. Spread it on whole grain toast. Add it to salads. Mash it with herbs as a dip, or simply scoop it with a spoon. However you enjoy it, you're giving your body a creamy, comforting gift. Here's how to get the most out of it. Stick to 1 per 2 avocado per day. The fats are healthy, but still calorie-dense. Pair it with tomatoes, leafy greens, or citrus to enhance nutrient absorption. Choose ripe but firm avocados to get the best texture and flavor. After 65, every bite counts. And when one bite can strengthen your bones, brighten your mind, soothe your joints, and protect your heart, it's not just food, it's strategy. And in the avocado, nature gave us a strategy that feels like a treat. Part 8. Papaya, digestive and anti-inflammatory power. Papaya may not be the trendiest fruit, but for seniors, it's one of nature's gentlest healers. Why? Because papaya contains papain, a natural enzyme that aids digestion, especially after 65, when meals feel heavier and digestion slows down. If you've ever felt bloated, uncomfortable, or sluggish after eating, a few slices of ripe papaya may be the soothing remedy you didn't know you needed. It's also packed with vitamin C, boosts immunity and collagen. Vitamin A protects vision. Fiber supports regularity. Anti-inflammatory compounds ease joint and gut inflammation. And unlike citrus fruits, papaya is low in acid, making it ideal for seniors with reflux or sensitive stomachs. 1 cup of papaya has just 60 calories, almost 150% of your daily vitamin C, and a softness that's easy to chew and absorb. How to enjoy it? Eat fresh. Ripe papaya in the morning. Add to smoothies or fruit bowls. Pair with lime for enhanced flavor. Papaya doesn't shout for attention, but it quietly supports your gut, your joints, your immune system, day by day. In a world full of processed pills, papaya is proof. Sometimes, healing really is that simple. Seniors, you still hold your health. By now, you've seen the quiet truth. Not all fruits are harmless, and not all healing requires a prescription. After 65, your body asks you to pay closer attention to the sugar, to the acid, to the interactions between what you eat and the medications you take. But it's not about fear. It's about freedom. Freedom to feel good again. Freedom to make food your ally, not your enemy. Freedom to wake up with more energy, less pain, and a clearer mind. Grapefruit, dried fruits, bananas, cherries, they're not bad, but for your current body, they may not be right anymore. On the other hand, blueberries, apples, avocados, and papaya, these are fruits that work with you, not against you. Every choice you make now becomes part of your story, and you still hold the pen. You can write a new chapter starting tomorrow morning with a different fruit in your bowl, a little more wisdom in your hands, and a lot more trust in your power to change. Because healing doesn't have to be hard. It can be soft, it can be sweet, and it can start today. If this video gave you even one small insight, comment 1 below. If there's a fruit you've struggled with, or one you love, share your story. We read every word. And if you haven't already, subscribe for more content that helps you eat wiser, live better, and age with strength. This isn't about going back. It's about moving forward, with clarity, with confidence, and with every bite made in kindness.